Come on up, guys.
Give him a hand.
Arnold, John. Welcome, guys. Arnold, John.
Yes.
My Costco.
We're going to have a rap concert. You be Biggie and you be Tupac. Ready?
Oh, Lord. Okay. You ready?
All right.
No.
Who's going to beatbox it? Okay. Well, welcome, my other Costco brother. I think you joined maybe because of another Costco friend of us, huh? Yeah.
Anybody else shop at Costco?
A couple came to visit today.
And they came to visit.
Who else is Costco in the room? Are you Costco? Oh, okay. Do you know them, though? I saw you said, oh, you're
yeah.
Costco.
Oh,
okay. You know, I buy
cool.
lots of lights off you. I send my wife in there, and you only allow 6 at a time, so she has to go in 40 times, just so you know.
Hey, I brought you those lights.
I remember.
They're $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like normally 50. It was a steal. So anyway. All right. Well, great. So why don't you tell your story? Like, how did you find, it sounds like the Daytons, right? Were maybe the connection here, right?
Yeah. All right. So back in the early 2000s, I started going to seminars and stuff, and I learned how this could work. But I could not find any realtors that understood how to look for these homes, and I could not find out what hard money was. I would ask, and working at Costco, I'd meet people all the time, and they would come in that are in those fields, and I'd ask them all the time, do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that? Nobody ever knew. And actually, what's kind of funny is I've been asking lately, and a lot of people just that are in these fields just don't know about hard money and about how to find distressed properties. So anyhow, I was with Sue, Jeff's wife, and we're both managers, and she was talking about, I was talking about, well, someday I'm going to do this, you know, and so she started talking about, well, I found this group, and we're doing it, and I go, yeah, but where do you get hard money? And she's like, oh my gosh, they totally have vendors. And I'm like, what? and so we were like, she gave me the names of a couple, and I'm like, wow, okay, maybe I can start venturing into doing this. And then a couple months later, she started buying, and I was listening to her stories, and I'm going, wow, they're really doing this. And I watched them another couple months later, and they bought their third, fourth, and I'm going, that's it, I'm going to this.
Leaving you in the dust, buddy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You didn't believe her at first, obviously.
Well, you know, it was all the ones
Who
that I've gone
understands
to.
that?
Didn't know.
You're skeptical till you see somebody actually do it. I understand that, though. That's normal.
Man.
Well, and so I came to in February last year, and did this
2-day.
and then
the
I
case
finally
study, yeah.
made it to a 2-day. I had to do the online
Oh, you did
one
online
at
version?
first, and then we came here. Then I found out about Henry Novak.
Okay.
So I started finding out how I could get my money out of my 401k so that I could have money to join.
So really quick, I know people don't understand. I'm going to give a 10-second version of what he's talking about. One of the things I teach in his seminars, how many people have a 401k? Still have your jobs? Can't have your money. That's what they tell you. You're allowed to borrow against it $50,000 or 50%, whichever's left. Well, let's say you work at a company and you have $400,000 in your 401k. Big amount. That's way more than $50,000, right? What if you could get all of it right now? Who'd like to learn how to do that? Not only that, you wouldn't have to pay 10% penalty. Would that be worth learning how to do? Because that's what I taught him to do. And then he went to Henry Novak, who's a lawyer who does that. And he was able to, I don't know how much he had in his. I'm just saying 400 grand is like an example. And you just save 10%, which is 40K right there. Is it worth doing? Absolutely. Now you have enough to buy apartments, house, whatever you want. That's what he means. That's a quick version.
So in August, I joined as a preferred member, and I started taking all my classes.
There you go.
So how'd John get involved?
Yeah, how'd
That's what I
John
wanna
get
know.
involved?
Unless John wants to tell his own story.
Well, I was really skeptical at first, and
Okay.
an uncle told me about it, and I was like, whatever, you know? And then we went to a case study, and we were in the elevator with some guy, and he was actually one of the presenters.
Oh, cool.
At the case study, yeah, and we actually got to talk with him in the elevator. It was really nice. But I was still very skeptical. And yeah. And
Was
then-
this in Houston or Dallas? Or
This
where?
was in Austin.
Austin, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we live out near Austin.
Because we don't have an elevator here. I was getting a little weird.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was over in Austin. It was over.
Okay.
There's a secret elevator you don't know about.
Okay. I'm not that good.
But
Okay.
yeah, I was super skeptical at first,
Okay.
and I was in high school at the time. I was a senior.
Yeah. You're still young. How old are you now?
19.
Who likes the 19-year-olds involved? Give me a hand.
Thank you.
I love that.
Yeah. And so I went with, I drove Uncle there.
Now you drove him. Okay.
Yeah, so it was really nice, and then I got to meet some people who were working in apartment complexes, and
Okay.
it was a really big thing, and I just wanted to learn more, and then eventually went to a two-a-day.
Hold this up higher.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That's okay.
We eventually went to a two-a-day, and I think it was the one that Dell was teaching.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, it was really great. Really loved it. And after,
He was it was here and it was on.
yeah,
The simulcast. Okay.
Yeah.
and then we,
Oh, I was in the back room that day. I remember.
yeah, and I met your son Odin at the two-a-day, and we got to talk for I probably should have been listening, but we talked
Just
for 2 hours.
so people know, my son Odin is 17. He was probably 16 back then. So
Yeah.
you're listening to a 16-year-old about real estate?
He knows a lot. He had a good teacher. But yeah, and then I was ready to go, and so I've been taking the classes, and we went on our first property.
Well, so I ended up picking up a house in November, and in Kansas City.
Oh, not even here. Who likes the idea
out of
of
state.
buying something out of state? Well, the reason that's powerful is I know you guys are here locally, but I have people watching in communist states like California or Washington or something like that. So it does. One thing we teach here at Lifestyles is live where you want to live, invest where it makes sense. So sometimes it's not a good area to invest in, like California or New York. So those folks will invest in Missouri or Kansas or there's lots of different places we can invest. So
Yep.
So I had done some of the single-family road trips online,
Okay.
and I started trying to build my team. And so I got to know Jessica Swindler,
Yeah,
realtor.
great.
One
up
of our
there.
realtors
Yep.
up there. Yep.
Yeah. And so got into my first place, and it was scary as heck. It took
Yeah.
me about 10 homes that I looked at and freaked out, and poor Jessica had to deal with me freaking out every time. But she was there to support me, and I'd call Joey, and we'd go through numbers, and he'd really just kind of keep me calm. And
Yep.
and so, but the numbers were phenomenal up there, and so I was just excited about getting in and getting going, and looking to get retired so I could do this full time. So cash flow was important to me, and of course, I was worried about the market, so equity capture was important to me as well. So I wanted both, and come January, another opportunity came up, so I jumped onto that. And so now I had two going at the same time.
are you out there visiting it every week, or how do you work out?
I have gone up there, but no, I'm doing everything from home.
But you didn't visit them at least once?
There's a Midwest Summit. Did
I
you
have
go to
gone
that?
up there. Yeah, there was a summit.
Yeah, big summit.
we
How many
went
people
to.
came out?
Oh, you went to the summit. Okay.
I went to the summit,
Big.
and then I went to the one we just recently did.
Okay.
The
And the
one in
reason
November.
I'm bringing this up is I literally have members out in California. They'll buy 10 or 20 houses and never even been to them. Who likes it? You can do it that hands off if you want to. And we teach you how to do that because we're trying to teach you to run a business. And you don't work in your business, you work on your business. Who likes that logic? It's all about a team. Don't do it by yourself.
Yeah,
Okay?
don't do it by yourself. Hire like a Kevin Bain here locally or another inspector. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess he started seeing that I was actually doing it, and so we started talking. And he graduated from high school, and he's he's driven. So he was already saving up a ton of money, and just by doing swim classes.
Some lessons, and I was an umpire. So
Cool.
very fun.
So
Nice.
So
Did you
he's
take bribes to get extra money?
Absolutely. That's the way it gets done, right?
so he ended up going to UTSA,
Okay.
and I'm like, hey. So now I've got somebody in San Antonio to help me with
Yeah.
some
Okay.
Boots on
start
the ground.
moving, right?
Yep.
And so
Where
So,
do you live, Arnold?
I live in Dripping Springs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't going to say the communist town.
West of Weird.
West of Weird, yep. So I called up Jessica, and I said, hey, my nephew has some money, and I want to help him get into a deal. Do you have anything good that I could get in with the low money down? And she said, I just happen to have something for you. And so I called
See
him
how
up.
it's all about networking and knowing people?
That's the biggest thing here. It is definitely about the camaraderie, the friendship, and everybody being able to feel comfortable enough to share with each other and be transparent. And so Jessica showed me the deal, and I checked out the pictures and everything, and ran the numbers, got an inspection. Oh no, actually it had one because someone previously had done the inspection, so I didn't need that. But got with my lender, and we actually got it done in like 2 weeks. Wow. So yeah, I was in it pretty fast, and the rehab was about 60.
Well, we can show the numbers.
50?
Here we go.
Okay.
So, yeah, I put 50 on here. So
50.
yeah, and when was it built? 3.2. What was it?
Oh yeah. So the house is like 100 years old.
And a lot of them are like that.
Oh,
Huh?
in Missouri, most of the ones. In fact, the other two that I bought are also like 1920.
Yeah, well, that's
houses.
common in San Antonio as well.
And so.
So you bought it for what, 72, and put in 50?
Yes.
And was it mostly cosmetic, or did you do some?
No, we had to gut it. We ended up pulling all the walls down. We actually had.
And you were there on the ground too, John.
John, how much work did you do?
I did nothing.
Yeah!
I wish.
He
No,
passed.
I'm just kidding.
Give him a hand. That's huge.
I just looked at the pictures and I was like, that looks like it sucks.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's horrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we did was we split what we had to put down. He gave me 15, and I put in 15 to get going. And
you didn't even need that much.
right.
I mean, you did. So during the rehab
appraisal
phase, it
came
may
out.
be a little higher, but in the end, what was it? Only about 10,000.
Oh well, yeah.
Out of
We
pocket.
only did 10
That's
out of
amazing.
pocket to get into the house. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was awesome.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like to have some cushion. So.
Oh, yeah, reserves.
Yeah.
But that's
so-
what I teach. That's okay. Who'd like to turn 10K into 60K? Would that be life-changing? Who would like their 19-year-old to do that? Because right now, your 19-year-old and 17-year-old are leeches. They just suck from you. This one actually, see? Right? This one's actually making money.
And another cool thing is that the rents. This was originally going to cash rent for $1,350, and I did Renometer, and it came up with the average of that. So I went and put it out for $1,550,
And you got it.
and I got it. Yeah. In
You don't
fact,
know unless you try.
We're signing here this week.
That's
for a lease.
awesome.
And the other thing is, I think I might be able to, when I refi into the, because we're in the middle of changing to the final
Conventional?
In
conventional,
the conventional. Yep.
pull out his 15 so we can get going in San Antonio now.
Well, here's the problem. You have to have it at least 6 months or a year of seasoning, but I'm sure your lender will go through all that with you.
Chad
Who's your
Roten
lender?
knows.
I don't know your lender.
Adam Welsh knows.
They'll
Adam
tell you.
Welsh. Adam Welsh knows.
Oh, yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
He brought a 17-year-old with him. Not that I remember anything.
Yes. And Adam's my bro.
Okay, cool. See, he's there to support you. Even your vendor is.
And he's in Dripping Springs too, right? Yeah. All right.
Oh, wow. You
Those are
remember?
neighbors.
That's actually good. You remembered something.
I know a few things. Yeah. Well, it's great. So, I mean, equity capture is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
For only 10 out of pocket, get back 60 on top, 467 cash flow. The taxes are super low there, right?
Taxes are nothing like Texas.
Wow. It's
In
amazing.
fact, they only assess every other year.
Oh, nice.
Golly.
Okay, the insurance is higher
The
than
insurance
taxes.
is higher than the taxes. That's crazy.
San Antonio actually has very low insurance rates. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not your only one, right?
Right. So the first one I got was on 8th Street, and that one I think I put it was $10K that I spent to get into it,
Man, not bad.
and then on 6th Street it's a duplex. So I did it was about 12 a door that I put in to buy that,
Okay.
Nice. Some
Yeah.
juicy cash flow.
and then Wayne.
And you got equity capture on that too. That's not common with duplexes.
Right. Oh, actually, it was 14K, and then when I got the appraisal,
Yeah.
It was higher.
it came out 10 grand more.
Sweet.
So yeah, so 218.
See how excited he is? He turned maybe 50K into 100K. Really?
It's awesome. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now, you're already making 18 grand. I know you're giving a portion of that cash flow. How long till we stop Costco?
Ooh. When are you going to catch up to the Daytons?
Right.
Huh? I know it's a competition.
Yeah, we're on your heels.
Well, hopefully, actually, what we kind of have planned is we were going to start building our portfolio. Get
John's
him.
hooked for life now, aren't you, John?
Oh, yeah. ready to go.
What are you learning in college, real quick?
Computer science and cybersecurity.
How long until you drop out? Just saying.
The decision has been made to finish it, so I have to finish it. But yeah.
And then I think you are actually interested in aspiring.
Oh yeah. So on the 2-day that I went to, I met your son Odin, and we really started talking about it. And one thing I really want to do is be an aspiring lead.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I'm really excited to learn from the 3 J's, and then also you. And
And it was that one guy that talked about what he's able to do in his communities.
oh my gosh, yeah. We on the case study we went to in Austin. There was during COVID was when he bought the property, and he was able to help his community and provide resources for everybody during COVID. And I was like, that's what I want to do, to give back
Help
to
other people.
give back to the community and give back to God is my big thing.
Awesome. Give me a hand for that.
brother.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that's awesome. Well, how has it changed your lives? I guess we've covered some of it.
Kind of
but-
covered that.
Yeah.
Go to the next one. See what it is.
Unless you want to add anything.
Well, we're gonna. One of my sons there has been saving up so he can get started. He's probably gonna go into Dallas.
How old's he?
He is 20.
23, 24?
Slacker. He's behind John.
Right.
Totally.
And then I have a daughter in Wichita that is also saving up money so I can.
When they see you guys doing it, it inspires them, they'll do it.
Proof of concept.
Yep.
Yep.
I like
It's
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Legacy.
So what about goals?
Let's see. Well, I'm hoping that we can nab 2 more before the end of the year.
Okay.
My mom has a trust, and we were going to try to help build her trust a little bit. Cool. So, and then pick up one here in San Antonio.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, John.
And then maybe in the future,
Hey,
besides.
John, you got to buy one so we can do a case study with just you and get him off the stage. No, that's good. I love that you guys are working together. It's awesome.
So, and in the long term, it's just to take care of family, friends, and our community.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah. Shout out to everyone too.
Yeah. So team sport here. Got Mr. Adam Welsh,
Yep.
front and center.
And then Joe Flores and Isaac have been very helpful. Of course, Joey. Yep. And Jessica is the realtor. And we've got Adam. We used Longhorn Investments and Capital Concepts for hard money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kevin Bain, he's awesome.
Oh,
I
you
have
used him too?
had
Man,
him
you're
help me
popular
with
in the city.
Kevin Bain.
inspections here in San Antonio.
Okay, cool. And one big thing I teach you guys, do it for yourself. I want you all to make the returns. You understand that? But don't do it by yourself. Notice he surrounded himself with smarter people and new experts in those industries and brought them in to do the hard, heavy lifting stuff. And he just says, go do it. I love that idea. Sounds good. All right, you want to take a couple questions? Unless you have something, Joey.
Well, I like the question you led with Jeff.
Go ahead.
So what advice would you give to new people
That is a good
thinking
question.
of joining? Like what?
I think the biggest thing for me, at least, is take the classes. Like, there's a big plethora of classes online that Lifestyles provides, and that's what I've been doing while I've just been waiting and working as a solar panel salesman over there in Austin, is just taking all those classes and really focusing on the education.
Yeah, he's already saved up another 10 grand. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun
awesome,
to
man.
working
Keep
hard's
it up.
fun. Thank you. Yeah. And then I think one more thing is just like Uncle said, is the community that you build. Like, I met Odin, and we have made some plans together. That's going to be lots of fun. Cool. And then just all the other connections here. It's just like Joey and Jillian and everybody. It's really a big family here, and that's the big part.
well, and I treat work the same way. You know, we're one team, one fight.
Yeah.
Right, Jeff, one team and one fight. And so to me, my coworkers and a lot of my employees are my family too.
Yeah.
And so I've invited them to come and learn and see if it's something for them. So my advice is it can be done. It can be done. If I can do this, you can do this.
You can do it.
All you got to do is start. And it's going to be scary as heck. But you know what?
I got you, man.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
And you know what?
They're in Costco too.
Yeah.
Are you Costco South?
Are you in the bakery department? Something important?
You're Costco South? I remember y'all because I used to live in the South Austin. But I'm not weird anymore. Nathan still lives there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's
So,
awesome.
any questions? If
Yeah, question. Not for me. Not for me. What about from you?
How long did it take
The question is,
Go ahead.
how long did it take to rent the house? I'm on it like white on rice, my man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're a lot faster in San Antonio. In Missouri, they're running about 30 days. Worst case, 40 to 45 days.
Yep.
Now, this house on Wayne, I started it like 2 weeks before we finished it, and then it took another 2.5 weeks. That now I have somebody in, and we'll get them in, moved in here in another few days.
Good. Another question is, who's going to do the move-in? Management company?
Oh, the renter. I mean, the resident. The resident.
All that stuff, we can do that online. You don't have to touch people. You think we touch people? Ugh.
You know, I literally haven't met some of my residents, if you could believe that. And I don't have a property management company.
I'll give you an example. Joey runs a little apartment in Clarksville, Texas. It's a 6-hour drive from his house. And he does it all online, right?
Yeah, it's 5 hours.
5 hours.
That's right.
I hope I can get like that. But right now there is a lifestyles realtor that's a leasing realtor, and her name is April.
Yeah.
So he's let somebody, he wrote a check. He wrote a check. It's the best answer in the world.
Any other questions? In the back?
That was a great question. Repeat that question.
Yeah, the question is, you did the rehab. How did you make sure they were doing it right?
So pictures from the GC. The realtor would go and visit every now and then. That I'd call and ask, hey, could you go check it out? Should take pictures and stuff. And then the inspections by the hard money lenders also is another place where you can.
And what he just said is very powerful. It's a big thing I spend time on in seminar, if you've been there before. I say, look, let's say it's 40,000 rehab. You don't give 40 grand to a contractor, he's gonna walk off the job. You have the work done up to this point, then they send out, not him as an inspector, you don't know what he's looking at. The lender will send out their inspector with a lot of experience looking at properties every day and says they did this right or did it wrong. Now they give you the 10 grand and then you can hold it over that person's head. Does it make sense? You don't give the money up front that way, okay?
Not to mention our awesome inspectors like Kevin Bain. You go out in the middle of the week and inspect the work and say, that looks crooked. And you let them know right away. So it's awesome.
It's all about checks and balances. It's about risk tolerance and how do we mitigate that risk, and that's through a formula. Just don't reinvent the wheel. Follow this map that Dell made. Boom, you'll be successful.
And I'll plug Kevin. He does go and visit places for you if you need support here in San Antonio.
Oh yeah, size up them contractors too. Yeah.
All right.
Another
One more.
question? So how did? Repeat the question.
So I'm going to repeat the question a different way. So I'm going to reword it because let's say he bought some in San Antonio. Let's make it even harder. The one he bought in Missouri. How did you cultivate? How do you make that team? How do you know how to do that? So explain, like Joey's a local mentor here, but he has more mentors. So explain, Arnold, how you did that.
So first it was the realtor, and she had people that I could speak to, like the inspectors, the insurance agents, the everything, and she even has money lenders, but I had those already. And as I got to know, people got sent out is to inspect, or to, like the GC has to give you a scope of work, tell you what it's gonna cost to rehab and stuff. I created a rapport with those people. I also called around and had other people go in, but they were just so expensive, and now there's been a real growth in that area. There's even more people now that you can reach out to and get like several contractors that you can get advice from. And really, I mean, I use the same insurance person for all three. I have 2 inspectors that I use up there, used one for one and the other one for the other 2, and I've shared them with all the other lifestyle members that have been
A
buying
lot of
up
our
there.
members are buying that area, so it becomes very organic. We all share our resources. We all grow together. Does that make sense? And then he also has national mentors besides him. So, like for example, Isaac, he owns properties in Oklahoma, he owns properties in Houston, so you can do it across state lines that way as well. So he has not only like he's an Austin mentor, but he can also work with people out of state as well. They can do it both ways.
That answer your question?
There you go. Awesome. Well, let's give him a hand. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys giving back and sharing.